Ukrainian units operationally encircled for nearly 15 days with close to no new supplies. It's day 802 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Starting from Pervomaiske. Here recently there was an interesting development. If you recall, nearly 20 days ago when Russian forces started advancing on Nitailov, they also started attacking southwards. Their objective was to close the encirclement from both sides. It was at that time reported that Russian forces were able to take this area and close half of the gap. But many sources were claiming that, as Ukrainian forces under high risk of encirclement had withdrawn already. However, this was not 100% confirmed by any sides. But recent development has made things somewhat clear. Latest report says Ukrainian forces in previous days launched a counterattack on Nevelsky, and were able to push Russian forces out and successfully recaptured the village. Some sources say that they have done it in order to withdraw their units entrenched in this area, which were not able to withdraw in time. Even though this is just a speculation, I think it has some truth to it. This suggests that Ukrainian units entrenched here were operationally encircled with close to no supplies for nearly 15 to 20 days. Regardless, we can expect that Russian forces will counterattack in the coming days and try to close the gap once and for all. Now moving to Krasnohorivka. In our previous report, we saw how Russian forces were attacking this industrial area and also took the gas station east of it. Furthermore, I reported that many Russian sources suggest that their forces will try to capture these high-rise buildings next. But it seems like they have not started the storming operation. One possible reason could be that they are waiting for the capture of these two streets from the east. However, there are no new reports about the advance. However, at the industrial area we do have an update. Latest report says, after many raid missions by Russian mechanized assault groups through this open field, they were able to take this entire industrial area under their control. This means that Ukraine has lost one of their strong positions. Sources say that this will now accelerate the Russian advance within the city, as further advance is expected near Town Hall. Now moving to Urozhny. After many months of silence, we finally have some movements. Apparently around a week ago, Russian forces started their operation on the village from the south. At the beginning, they were seen probing the Ukrainian defense at the southern outskirts. But since last week, they have started attacking more intensely. 2 days ago it was confirmed that Russians, after 6 days of fighting, were able to re-enter the village from the south and took these areas under their control. However, it seems like their first hard objective was completed, because in the next few hours they were able to accelerate their advance. Latest report from this front says, after a few hours of fighting, they were able to capture this whole area. Currently it is said that they are fighting for the control of the central part. I should remind you all that this village, like many others on the southern front, has been in ruins after the Ukrainian counteroffensive. So with the domination of FPV drones, it will be very hard to maintain the foothold, just as we saw many times in Robotyne. If I am not mistaken, currently Ukraine has their 58th Motorized Brigade and their Presidential Brigade among several others stationed here. On the Russian side, they have deployed 3 motor brigades and another tank brigade on this front. This suggests that the battle for Urozhny will be as intense as the first one. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.